people don't want to win. They don't want to win the championship, and Leicester drop points again.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? What's going on? Like, obviously, Plymouth. Look, I'm glad to see Plymouth have turned it around, because they were in danger at the start of the season.
Yeah.
I would have thought, and I've got a nice connection with Plymouth Argyle. To be fair, I went over there for Jack Leslie's the opening of his statue. And I just wanted them to do well. So it's good to see that they've turned it around now, and they're looking like they're going to be safe this season. And they got the win tonight. But Leicester, man, what are they doing? Like, I'm thinking like they were going to fly away with this league.
Yeah, and it looked like they was. Let's head over to the phone lines on 03717 22 3344. Brian's a Leicester fan. He joins us on the Sports Bar Weekender. Good evening, Brian.
Hello there, how are you?
How you doing, Brian? Good.
Sick after watching that load of rubbish against the biggest load of rubbish we've played against. We've already beat them home. Millwall were rubbish. Birmingham were rubbish. Deserve to be in Division 1. They've got away with it because of us. We were absolute garbage. We've got the worst centre-half. I'm 72, and he's the worst centre-half I've ever seen. He thinks he's Johan Cruyff.
Name names, mate. Name names.
Come on, name the names.
Leicester brand.
Oh, yeah, you're not having him.
Not having him.
Absolutely useless. And then you've got Daka. It's not good enough for a pub team.
Oh, that's a bit harsh. Come on.
It's not. It's true though. We watch him every week.
Yeah, they're just going through a bit of a bad patch at the moment. But come on, it's not that
They're
bad.
not good enough. They should sack the manager tomorrow morning, because he's got no plan B. And he's already said he throws the things out of the pram by saying that if you don't like the way I play, I'll go tomorrow. Please go tomorrow. Let's get a manager in with some more.
Brian, you're still top.
You're still top of the league, Brian.
We're not going to be top tomorrow. We'll be third tomorrow.
Well, you don't know that yet. That's not happened. But
And we won't win any of the last 4 games, because West Brom at home will beat us, Southampton will beat us, and so will the other game we've got.
have a little bit, Brian.
Come on, Brian.
Brian, have a little faith.
You got three home games.
Come on, they need your support, Brian. I swear, if you change your mind, if you change your thought process, it will trickle down to the team. Trust me. Just you. It's on you. It's on you, Brian. It's on you, Brian. It's on you. You change your thought process, you start winning games. Trust me. You just got no faith in that team, and you're at the top of the table at the moment.
Would you have when you lose to teams like Plymouth and Millwall?
Well,
who are
they're no
absolute
mugs.
rubbish?
Come on. They're not rubbish, are they? They're still a hard game. But
Why are they down the bottom of the table? Because they're rubbish.
well, Millwall are 18th, and then Plymouth Argyle are 16th now. You know, so
yeah.
look,
That's their first home win since January.
yeah,
You do have 40 more points than Plymouth. You shouldn't be losing to Plymouth. I'm with you, Brian.
I know what you're saying, but I just don't want you to go down that path being negative and then not make it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think I watched the Birmingham game last week. We took to the 3 minutes of the end, and they are an exceptionally poor side. They lost again the other night.
Yeah.
They deserve to go down. So do Plymouth, and so do Millwall. They're not good sides, but we've let them off the hook. And Leeds won't sell tomorrow, nor will Ipswich, nor Southampton.
Yeah, look, but do you know what? Listen, I'll tell you what, Brian. They could drop points as well, because they have been doing it.
No more. We've had 2 chances. We got away with it. It won't happen a third time.
We'll see.
Brilliant.
It won't, because Leeds will win, Ipswich will win, Southampton will win.
Brian, if you do
hope whatsoever.
if you do win the league, do you still want to sack him?
We should sack him tomorrow morning.
While you're at the top of the league.
I'll take over for the last 4 days.
I love it, Brian. You've got good banter.
I've been a manager, and I know how to win football games.
Oh, Brian, so you are going. You can take over and do a better job.
Anybody, to be honest.
talkSPORT breaking news. Brian takes over at Leicester. Thank you, Brian. Brilliant call from Brian. I could have Brian on all night. He's not happy.
He's not happy, is he?
No, he's not happy at all.
Good call.
Yeah, it was a great call, to be fair. Very upset with what's happened there. But it does seem to be a thing at the moment with the championship. It's like, here you go, have a go. No, what about this one? No, I don't fancy it tonight.
Yeah. Ipswich slipped up last week, didn't they? So they're going to have to go again to, this week. And
they lost in the old farm derby, didn't they, against Norwich?
Yeah. So, they got Middlesbrough tomorrow. So we'll see what they do. It's going to be... Middlesbrough's not going to be no walk in the park either, so they might slip up again. So we'll see what happens.
Road to Plymouth. Your commentator's comment is nonsense. Yes, the M5 finishes at Exeter, but continues as a three-lane dual carriageway westward. The reference to Caravan Chaos only applies in the summer. David, every time I've ever been there, mate...
It's in the summer.
It's in the summer. So that's probably why...
That's probably why you got that point of view.
Yeah. I'm going on the 9 hours it took me to get there once from London. It was not good.
Was you in the caravan?
Should have been. I wish I was in the caravan of love.
Been more comfortable.
I tell you what, let's head over to a Saints fan who joins us on the Sports Bar Weekender. Good evening, Matthew.
How are we?
Not bad. I don't know if you heard Brian there. He wants to sack his manager, top of the table.
Oh, mate, it made my night, that did.
I tell you what, a big result though for you tonight. Seeing that, of course, you got two games in hand on the top three.
2 games in hand, and if I'm going to be honest with you, the past couple of games have been massive results for us. Well, in terms of how they've gone.
Yeah, what do you think's going to happen next, though? Like,
well,
do you think
they've got to play Leicester and Leeds, so they can take points off of them?
You can take points off of them, but do you have faith in your team? Are you in a good? Do you feel that you're in a good place right now?
Yeah, for what I've seen so far. To be fair, I back them. Like, obviously, we've had results where we should have won, and we've not performed. One of the managers come out and said we've not performed well, but on our day, we're top quality side. Like, we're obviously one of the better teams in the Championship, and I think we deserve to go up.
Do you think it's a winnable game tomorrow, right? So you got Watford. Do you think that's a winnable game, or are you a bit sceptical on it? Draw will do?
No, I think after Tuesday night's performance, we were superb against Coventry, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah.
I think if we win tomorrow, then we're massively back in contention.
Yeah, brilliant.
If you don't make it into that sort of automatic promotions places, Matthew, in terms of the playoffs, who would you wouldn't mind facing?
Good question. That's going to be honest, because it's a lottery, the playoffs, though, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah, because listen, anyone could go to drop into that playoff zone. I played in the playoffs and it was hard. We had Cardiff and we had a few other teams. Like, it was really hard to get out. So when you're in that phase, like, you got to look, you got to play, because what was it 88 points? Leicester City, Ipswich 88 points, Leeds 87 points. That was like us. When we was coming up, West Ham, we was really it was tight like that for a long while, but we ended up dropping in the playoffs. But you got to be prepared for that, you know.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Who would you rather? Who would you rather play in them playoffs?
Personally, West Brom.
West Brom.
Yeah, I think. Don't get me wrong, they've had a good season, but I think they're the weaker out of Norwich.
And maybe, you're right.
Norwich are dangerous in the playoffs. They always have been.
But even the positions of the playoff, it's so tight from about 11th, 12th. They're still in the hunt because you got Hull City 62 points. They're a point behind the playoff places with a game in hand. It's going to be such an interesting end of the season. I tell you what, even people that haven't really been following the Championship are now going, this has got a lot going on.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's probably the best Championship league I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, it is a good one. It's entertaining.
But look at the teams in there.
It's a little bit like the Premier League at the moment. It's tight at the top.
Look at the teams: Leicester, Ipswich, Leeds, Southampton, West Brom, Norwich, Cov. Apart from Preston, all the top 10, they're former Premier League teams. Then Cardiff City, Sunderland, Watford, Swansea, QPR, Blackburn. So many teams in there. Thank you very much, Matthew. Let's head over to Chris. He's a Plymouth fan. He's got to be happy with that result. How are we doing, Chris?
All right, mate. I personally believe the Championship might just be upside down. I think we should be top of the league.
I tell you what, right? Brian weren't having you lot. Brian ain't having you.
You're rubbish.
Said you lot are rubbish and you should get relegated.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take what Brian's on because I think Millwall's a bigger side than Leicester.
You think they're better? You think they're better, yeah?
I don't think they're better, but to say a club like Millwall or Plymouth, the Beatles have never been to Leicester.
Love it. So you must be enjoying it, mate. How's it going? Because you had a massive turnaround, didn't you, in form?
I'll be honest, I don't remember the last time I saw us score a goal, let alone win a game. I am on cloud 9.
That's what I love to hear. So what's next for you guys then, mate? What do you want to see?
I want to see us stay up,
Yeah.
bring some players in, and we'll play Premier League football in the next 5 years.
Ooh, big shout. Big shout.
Simon Alex, best owner in the EFL. You just wait.
Top man. Nice.
But yeah, and of course, you must have been limbs when Bundo scored after 21 minutes tonight.
Yeah, I don't think my ankle's going to work in the morning. I was 3 rows down.
I love that. Chris, we were talking about the crazy journeys that people are doing. I take it you live in Plymouth.
I live in Cornwall.
You live in Cornwall?
So you still got a bit of a drive then?
Come back to the seaside.
What's your driving song? What would your driving song be, Chris?
It's Love is a Highway, Cars 1, Lightning McQueen.
Oh, there we go.
Lightning McQueen.
We're going to get that down. We're going to give that a spin for you. Thank you, Chris.
Good job.
Yeah, love it.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. And safe journey to anyone that is, of course, travelling around the country this evening.
I've got one. Can I read that text?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no name to it. Oh, yeah, there is. Lauren from Belfast. She says, I have a conspiracy theory about Leicester.
There we go.
I think they can't go up because if they do, they will be deducted points if they stay in the Championship, but they won't.
The Sports Bar Weekender, decisive football radio. Friday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.